Dear students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am E. Sivanagi, CEO, the Cultural Center of Vidya-mitra and Amravati. Let us discuss the significance of tourism in India as a module for the paper Tourism in India under the subject Indian Culture. You all know the significance of tourism in India. It is now developed as an industry which has been catering to the needs of not only to the tourists but also generating huge number of jobs, and on the other hand generating huge amounts of revenue for the government exchequer. Now tourism is considered as a social phenomenon. From each and every part of India, people started moving from their place of residence to new areas to have a wonderful experience on the site, then to meet new people, to engage in new activities and to bag new experiences of their trip. The learning objectives of this module include the significance of tourism, tourism as a significant activity in India, why tourism is important for India, products and resources of tourism in India, and initiatives taken by the government to develop the tourism industry. Before we go into the details of the module, let us again focus something on the growth and significance of tourism in India. Way back in 1948, the then government of India has constituted a committee called the Sargent Committee to suggest ways and means to develop tourism in India. Up to that point of time, you all know that tourism was not at all an important subject focused by government of India until 1948. Up to that point of time, only people belonging to the princely states and bureaucrats were engaged in tourism, and they were moving from one place to particularly hill stations and leisure pursuits. But on the other hand, government wanted to give focus on this particular subject and then constituted a committee called the Sargent Committee in 1948 to offer suggestions, ways and means for development of tourism in India. Post-independent scenario is thoroughly changed. Government of India has given lot of significance and importance for development of tourism as a whole throughout the country. It has incorporated its own agenda for development of tourism in the 5-year plans continuously. In each and every 5-year plan, considerable amounts of funds were also allocated for development of tourism circuits and tourism destinations. Under the subtitle called Growth and Significance of Tourism in India, let us discuss a few points, namely, tourism has been a major social phenomenon from time immemorial. Travel for pilgrimage and learning has been an integral part of Indian culture. This gave further momentum to the mass movement of people from one area to another area in the name of tourism. Development of traditional industries and trade also created yet another stream of travelers. India has been experiencing a massive movement of domestic tourists for several years. Indian government gave due consideration to these varieties of travelers. Government has created many wayside amenities like inns, sarais and caravans at all the national highways and at major pilgrim centers for the benefit of travelers. India has been experiencing a massive movement of domestic tourists for several years. Domestic tourism has been increasing tremendously over a period of time. It is also important to recognize that the travel and tourism industry is global, highly competitive and unstable. The emergence of a large urban middle class has created a new class of holiday and leisure tourists in contemporary India as visualized in the slide that you have been viewing. Among the stakeholders of tourism development in India, it is even still today the domestic tourism is playing a significant role either in attracting large number of tourists or creating huge number of jobs, or on the other side creating large amount of revenues to the government. Let us look at the domestic tourism significance. Domestic tourism is one of the most vibrant expressions of India, and the share of top 10 states by Union Territories of India in the number of domestic tourists visited during the year 2015 has been projected in the slide. In India, certain states are faring well and others are following them. For example, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh stand first and next. Why is to be understood. Because of the huge number of heritage structures in Rajasthan, most of the domestic tourists would like to go there and have an experience of a heritage holiday. On the other hand, Gujarat also has both natural and man-made attractions, among which majority of the tourist spots in Gujarat are again heritage based only. Let us now discuss on the top 10 states by Union Territories of India in attracting huge number of foreign tourists to different destinations in India, and there is a comparison in 2015 year, and Tamil Nadu state has been on the first place, that is it is occupying 20.1% of the total foreign tourist visits, followed by Maharashtra with 18.9% and Uttar Pradesh with 13.3%, followed by Delhi, West Bengal, Rajasthan, Kerala, Bihar, Karnataka, Goa and others with 11.6, putting all together 10%. So this is very clear that Tamil Nadu is attracting huge number of foreign tourists because of a good number of World Heritage Tour sites, that is you have Mahabalipuram and you also have that great temple at Tanjore, you have Madurai temple complex and n number of heritage structures throughout the state. Alongside there is also a coastline. So for this purpose of foreign tourist visits, we can cite Tamil Nadu as the best example for attracting foreign number of tourists, followed by Maharashtra. While discussing the growth and significance of domestic tourism in India, we should also underline a few points, namely domestic tourism was confined to lower spectrum of spending and so did not figure in hotel and restaurant receipts. Now, the domestic tourist demand is shifting to expensive tourist resorts and hotels. It was because of the growth of employment and also spending capacity of the employees. The UNWTO and WTTC have been computing statistics worldwide in terms of tourist visits and inbound, outbound tourists, then tourist receipts and expenditure, as well as number of days that the tourists spend on their vacation. Finally, they come out with a good number of results that each country has been positioned in its own area, and on the which is on the top, which is next, and different countries have noticed their own position and started gearing up their machinery to further develop the tourism industry in their respective areas, so that it can match with the other developing countries, so that a holistic tourism development could take place. As mentioned earlier, each country has its own position in the world tourism statistics. Same is the case with India. India's position in the world is as follows. Share of India in international tourist arrivals is 0.68%. India's rank in world tourist arrivals is 40th position. Share of India in international tourism receipts in US dollars is 1.71%. India's rank in world tourism receipts is 14th. Thus, the foregoing study reveals that India has to take much more steps to address itself and to again secure a wonderful position in tourism development when compared to other member countries of UNWTO. Different surveys conducted by Government of India, that is Ministry of Tourism, to collect facts and figures in terms of tourist visits, then their stays, overnight stays, then tourist spending capacity, receipts of various stakeholders in tourism industry. Regarding the facts and figures, we have a whole lot of data made available by certain organizations for us. The direct contribution of travel and tourism to GDP was Indian rupees 2,668.3 billions, that is 2% of the total GDP in 2015 year, and is forecast to rise by 7.1% in 2016 and again to rise by 7.9% per annum from 2016 to 2026 to Indian rupees 6,115.5 billions, within brackets 2.4% of total GDP in the year 2026. During the year 2015, the total contribution to employment, including jobs indirectly supported by the industry, was 8.7% of the total employment. This is expected to rise by 3% during the year 2016 and rise by 1.9% annum in the year 2026. Visitor exports generated Indian rupees 1,249.3 billion in the year 2015. This is forecast to grow by 5.3% in 2016 and again it will grow by 7.2% per annum from 2016 to 2026. Travel and tourism investment during the year 2015 was in Indian rupees 2,264.155 billion or 6% of the total investment. It should rise by 4.8% in 2016 and 6% in the year 2026. Now we have discussed the facts and figures pertaining to the development of tourism in India for the past 2 years and expected up to 2016. Let us now discuss the significance of tourism and how tourism is faring in different regions of India. India has been divided for our understanding as North India, East India, South India and West India. Let us go back into the details of it. The travel and tourism sector holds strategic importance in the Indian economy, providing several benefits. In these 4 sub-regions of India, the development of tourism is taking place not only in mass tourism area but also Government of India and private partners have projected new tourism forms and certain areas are focused upon for development, which are called as niche tourism products, and these niche tourism products vary from one region to another region. For example, Kerala is known as God's own country and it is the only one state that is offering what we call the Ayurvedic wellness tourism in entire Indian context. On the other hand, if you go to north east or eastern India, you people will go only for nature based tourism and wildlife tourism. Same is the case with Western India, where huge number of heritage monuments are there. If you go to South India, only pilgrimage tourism is taking place, and Tirupati is the best example to draw. Every day 1 lakh tourists to Tirupati. The niche tourism products in India vary from one place to another place. To overcome the seasonality and maximize the benefits of tourism, Government of India is promoting India as a 365 days tourist destination. The Ministry of Tourism, Government of India has taken the initiative by identifying, diversifying, developing and promoting the nascent niche products of the tourism industry. It is aimed to attract tourists with specific interests and to ensure repeat visits for the products in which India has comparative advantage. Among the niche tourism products that government of India wanted to promote and being promoted include cruise tourism, wellness tourism, eco-tourism, adventure tourism, helicopter tourism, so on and so forth. Let us go into the details of each of the niche tourism product made available to the tourists in India. Cruise tourism. Vast and beautiful coastline, historical and cultural heritage and backwaters, India is attracting and offering the tourists a wide variety of experiences. As far as cruise tourism in India is concerned, it is still in nascent stage only. However, there are one or two states coming forward and offering cruise tourism. For example, Kerala, you have a cruise tourism experience. Then West Bengal is offering cruise experience, and Kerala is also offering cruise tourism and mainly focusing on houseboat tourism. Adventure tourism. North and Northeast India, Goa, Himachal Pradesh, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka offer wide variety of adventure products for the benefit of the tourists. Central financial assistance is being extended for development of tourism infrastructure at major adventure tourism destinations in India. In the very recent past, at least for the past 6 or 7 years, we have been hearing a word called medical tourism and wellness tourism. Medical tourism is a new phenomenon that has been introduced in India, which really focuses upon the state-of-art medical facilities available in certain states of India, then reputed healthcare professionals recognized worldwide, quality facilities and human resource development, no waiting time, that is waiting time has been reduced to the minimum, and easy process, less cost when compared to the other countries. In addition to this, India's traditional healthcare therapies are made available for the foreign for tourists and also the patients. Wellness tourism. Health tourism holds immense potential in the development of tourism in India. The Indian systems of medicine are the most ancient systems of medical treatment in the world. India provides medical and health care of international standard at a very comparatively low cost. Kerala is very popular destination for wellness tourism. Most of the hotels and resorts are coming up with Ayurveda centers within them. Golf tourism. India has several golf courses with international standards. Golf is a niche tourism product for attracting both international, rich and affluent domestic tourists also. Polo tourism. India is one of the few countries in the world where polo game is still preserved and practiced. The Kolkata Polo Club is the oldest polo club in the world and is 150 years old. Polo is considered as one of the heritage sports of India. The government of Manipur has organized the 6th International Polo Festival at Imphal in 2012 to promote polo tourism in India. Let us now discuss something on the MICE tourism. MICE tourism means meetings, incentives, conferences and exhibitions. Hyderabad has India's largest and South Asia's first world-class convention center, that is HICC, with excellent convention facilities of international standards. Eco-tourism. India is blessed with rich flora and fauna. This biodiversity attracts large number of tourists to Indian national parks. Popular ecotourism destinations are located in North, Northeast and Western India, particularly the Western Ghats, in addition to the tiger reserves. Film tourism. India is emerging as a film tourism destination. Ramoji Film City at Hyderabad is one of the largest film tourism destinations in India. Government has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting in 2012 for a joint participation with the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting in the Cannes Film Festival and European Film Market, Berlin. Another form of niche tourism includes tiger tourism. It is attracting large number of domestic and foreign tourists to India. It is generating huge number of jobs and also considerable amount of income to the locals and contributing for the tiger conservation. India has highest number of tigers and tiger reserves in the world. Popular among the tiger tourism destinations include Bandhavgarh, Kanha, Panha, Penn, Ranthambore, Sundarbans and Srisailam Tiger Reserve. Rural tourism. India is having a vast potential for the rural tourism. Rural tourism is essentially an activity which takes place in the countryside. It is multifaceted and include farm by agricultural tourism, cultural tourism, nature tourism, adventure tourism and ecotourism. The scheme of rural tourism was started by the Ministry of Tourism way back in 2002 and 3. Agri-tourism. Agri-tourism means tourists visiting agricultural lands where certain rare crops are grown. The concept has been successfully implemented in the states like Maharashtra, Kerala, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh. In Maharashtra, certain rural areas have formed into an organization called Maharashtra State Agri and Rural Tourism. There are about 150 agri-tourism centers in the state working without financial assistance of the government. Tourists are categorized as mass tourists and also special interested tourists. Mass tourists prefer only to go and visit to the popular destinations such as the vacation, holiday, resorts, etc. And on the other hand, special interest tourists would like to go separately as backpackers and would like to visit certain areas of their own interest. Some people will go for fishing, some people will go for taking a cruise, some people will visit ecotourism destinations, and on the other hand, some tourists will participate in adventure sports. These are some of the areas what we now call as the niche tourism products as far as India tourism is concerned. Government of India has identified the importance of niche tourism and taken steps to develop niche tourism on par with the mass tourism so that the special interested tourists could go to the choicest places of their own interest. Thus, the niche tourism products are on offer by different states in India. Now, India is also considered as one of the niche tourism destinations of the world. Recognizing the significance of tourism as a growth engine in terms of generation of revenue and generation of employment, Government of India has taken a few initiatives for the development of tourism in India by allocating huge number of funds to different localities of the country to project those areas as niche tourism products. As part of the initiatives, Government of India has launched Incredible India mobile application. The Ministry of Tourism, Government of India has launched the new tourism brand for the Union Territories of Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli and released the Vision 2020 document. Ministry of Tourism has for the first time given emphasis on development of tourism in the northeastern frontier, which has been neglected since the independence. Let us now discuss about the details of it. The northeast India has a wide array of products in the form of its pristine natural beauty, forests and wildlife, rivers and mountains, and a unique multi-ethnic cultural heritage to offer to the tourists. An amount of 100 crores has been earmarked in the budget estimate for the year 2012 and 13 for the region for development of tourism. In order to develop and promote tourism in the region, Ministry of Tourism has organized the International Tourism Mart with the objective of showcasing the largely untapped tourism potential of the northeast region. Development of tourism doesn't happen with the initiatives of the government of India, but also we need to take the cooperation of the fellow countries or the other countries in which we have mutual agreements in terms of foreign exchange, in terms of opening of new tourism destinations to various countries. In this context, international cooperation in tourism promotion and development plays a vital role. India has participated in the 4th meeting of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, that is called ASEAN. India Tourism Ministers meeting was held in Vientiane, Lao PDR in January 2013 to discuss bilateral, trilateral and multilateral relations with several countries for tourism development. Let us summarize the module on tourism significance in India. Tourism is now a major area of concern for the government, industry and also public. Tourism is significant not just because of its size, number, employment or money, but because of the enormous impact it has on people's lives and destinations. It holds strategic importance in the Indian economy, providing several socio-cultural and economic benefits. Generation of employment, income and foreign exchange, development or expansion of other industries such as agriculture, construction and handicrafts are some of the important economic benefits provided by the tourism sector. Investments in infrastructural facilities and tourism related services lead to an overall development of the economy in the country. Students, now we have focused in this module on knowing the significance of tourism in industry with special reference to launching of niche tourism products and also focusing on various tourism regions of India, namely Northern India, Northeast region, Southern region and Western region. For that matter, Government of India has drawn specific plans for promotion and tourism in India as a whole.